Hello everyone, and I wanted to share with you my beautiful red Christmas cactus. It is snowing today, so it just seems to brighten up this day. I love to share my cacti when they're in bloom because they don't stay in bloom for very long. So when they're in bloom, I like to make plenty of pictures and plenty of videos to share with you all. So here is my beautiful, beautiful Christmas cactus. Thought I would go ahead and show you my Thanksgiving cacti as well. They have more blooms than they did just the other day. And here's a view of all three of my Thanksgiving cacti. As you see, it is snowing in the background, so I think this makes for a beautiful picture right here. Let me show you a close-up of all three of these. They're beautiful and unique in their own way. And here's a close-up of my beautiful red Thanksgiving cactus. And as you see, this red is a bit different than my Christmas cactus. This is a true Christmas red, and the blooms are more star-shaped on this one. It's absolutely beautiful. And here's the white Thanksgiving cactus with just that touch of pink. It's absolutely beautiful. The blooms on this one are star-shaped as well, and this one is almost in full bloom. This one always reblooms for me at Easter. And here's my pink one. I think it's such a beautiful color. And interestingly enough, the shape of these blooms is very much similar to the blooms on my Christmas cactus. These blooms are larger and they're more rounded, and they are gorgeous. I love this pink Thanksgiving cactus. And I wanted to just give you some of the care tips. This is December 5th, and of course they're in full bloom right now. So what I'm doing is I'm watering them twice a week. They get just a little bit of CalMag, about 10 drops per gallon. They get about 10 drops of seaweed extract, just a little bit. And that's pretty much all I'm doing as far as fertilizer is concerned. At the end of October, I put some garden lime around them so they have plenty of calcium and magnesium to get them through this bloom cycle. And that is pretty much all I'm doing at this point. This is easy care at this point. I just don't like to let them dry out very much. And another important thing about watering to keep in mind is when you water, make sure that all of the excess water drains away from the plant. You don't want your plant standing in water. That will cause the demise of your Christmas cactus. So you don't want to do that. And also, several of you have asked me about moving them once they start blooming. I've tried this several ways, and what I've found is the very best is when they start budding. Back at the end of October, I set them where I wanted them to be when they bloom. That is the easiest way to prevent bud loss. So I haven't lost any buds, I haven't lost any blooms due to change in location. And another thing that's going to be helpful for you all to know is if you buy your Christmas cactuses new this year, let's say you find them at the grocery store and you buy a new one and it's got buds all over it and you think, oh goodness, I'm going to take this home and they're all going to bloom out. That might not happen this year. The very first year that I had my Thanksgiving cacti, they were full of buds when I brought them home. And then when I changed their location, all of those buds just shriveled up, all of the buds blasted, and I didn't have much of a bloom cycle that very first year. But the next year, they bloomed beautifully. So this is something that if you buy it the first year and all of the buds blast after you bring it home, that's really not an uncommon occurrence at all. Just look forward to the blooms that you're going to have next year. thought I would end this video with a close-up of all the blooms on my Thanksgiving cacti. Here's my beautiful white one. It looks like stars to me. And here's a close-up of my red Thanksgiving cactus. I'm really happy that these blooms are quite different than the ones on my Christmas cactus. They're beautiful. And here's a close-up of the pink one that just reminds me of an orchid color so very much. So I hope you all are having a wonderful December, and you all just be highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed. And we'll talk to you all next time.